Do you ever feel like you're running out of air when you're talking? So feel like they're running out of air, so I need to get the words in. Blow the air. Okay, now they start talking. Okay, now their voice is here, but they just took a breath and guess what happened? Their voice. Maybe you feel breathless during a presentation or in meetings or in Zoom calls or even just regular conversations. If this is you, keep watching because in today's video, I'll explain why this happens and what you can do about it. I'm Christine. I'm a speech pathologist, vocal health and performance coach, and trained opera singer. And I help singers, speakers, and professional voice users build a voice that's confident, that they can rely on, and that's sustainable. So if that sounds like something you need, make sure to subscribe. Most people think if they run out of air when speaking, that they need to take bigger breaths. But taking bigger breaths can actually make things worse. Because when you take big breaths, you actually create more tension from the body and in the throat, and that actually negatively affects your voice and how you speak and your breathing. Because the real issue is not how much air you're taking in, but how effectively you're breathing. A lot of people, they talk too fast. They're just like rapid fire, spitting the words out, and it goes really, really fast because they feel like they're running out of air, so I need to get the words in. A lot of people talk too fast, or they start speaking before they're ready to take a breath in, blow the air. Okay, now they start talking. Okay, now their voice is here, but they just took a breath and guess what happened? Their voice has changed. They took a breath, okay, but the air already went out before they started talking. Some people, they take a big breath in and then they start talking, but can you see how my shoulders just went up? There's a lot of tension in the neck area and shoulder area, so that can affect speech as well. And some people, they just push when they're talking. Okay, they really want to get their point across. Okay, now I'm pushing my voice, and you know what? I can feel it in my throat already. So there is that. And some people, they just don't use enough air, period. Then it sounds kind of like this. Okay, now I'm still talking, but my voice sounds different, and that's because I don't really have a lot of breath going for myself right now. And so does that cause running out of air? Absolutely, because I never took enough air in the first place. It can also be that some people, they take a breath in, it's actually an abdominal breath, and then they hold the breath. Okay, so now I'm talking, but I'm not letting the air out, so I'm still talking, but I'm actually holding the breath. So if breathing is not aligned, that's what causes you to run out of air mid-sentence. And if this is a repeated pattern, that's when your voice can start to sound hoarse or raspy, or you're just struggling with your voice because you keep running out of air and the way you replenish your air is not sufficient for the voice. Because when your breath and your voice are coordinated, speaking becomes very easy. Your voice feels more steady. You stop running out of air. Your voice carries more easily because it has the support. And you sound calmer, clearer, and more confident because your voice has that support now. One of the easiest things you can do is slow down. Most people don't realize how much they rush when they speak. Give yourself small pauses. Allow the breath to come in before you say the next sentence. And instead of taking giant breaths, take breaths more often, smaller ones, but more frequently. That gives you much better support for your voice. Also pay attention to where you're holding tension. If you're holding tension, release it. The more relaxed the body is, the easier it is on the voice. If you feel like you're running out of air at times and your voice is not performing the way you want it to, check out my vocal rescue guide. It has the basics of how to take care of your voice to make it a lot easier for you moving forward. I'll link it below. And remember, running out of air usually doesn't mean that you need more air. It's more about how your breathing is aligned and coordinated with the voice. And remember, sounding out of breath does usually not mean you need more air. Most of the time it means that your breath and your voice are not working well together yet. Once they do, speaking becomes a whole lot easier. I'll see you in the next video.